Okay, you can go. You can start talking.
Good evening, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. We're going to be cooking tonight. This program is Cooking with Mr. Taterbuggin. Hey, Sherry. Looks like Sherry's first one in there this morning. Or this afternoon.
Or this evening.
This
or
evening.
Whatever it is.
I don't even know where I am.
There
Hey, Betty.
So what do I do?
Come on in, everybody.
Just talk to them.
I'm going to give everybody a few minutes here to come in.
Tell us what they're saying, if they have a question.
Hey, Sherry. Melanie Thigpen is here. Hey, how's my sister doing? Wait a minute.
Hello, everybody.
Hey. I have a lovely assistant here.
And I'm not on comments tonight. Y'all want to guess who's here? Guess who's here? We have a special guest. I told y'all we would have a special guest, and it's Trish.
Trisha's here. Wait, what did I say? Where is Trisha? There's
Hey,
Trisha.
y'all. I'm doing comments.
All right. Hey, glad to see everybody. Looks like we've got a pretty good crowd coming in, and we're glad to see everybody. I can't read all the comments, but Trisha's going to be doing that for me and saying hello to you. I hope everybody is ready to do this. This evening we're going to be cooking a very decadent praline pecan cheesecake. Now, this is not my recipe. This recipe belongs to a very, very wonderful family friend of ours named Julie Olson. She is a chef, lives up in Wisconsin, came to visit us, and I'm hoping she's here with us yet. Have you seen her, Trish? Julie Olson?
No, I have not.
All right, we're hoping she comes in there with us. She's supposed to be on with us tonight. But she came to visit us, and Julie is a professional chef in Wisconsin. Gave me this recipe to do.
I have a story about that recipe, too.
You may share that with us now. Come on in.
While
Julie.
everybody is coming in, the way I met Julie was my job as an MT.
Here's Julie.
Is Julie here?
Yeah.
Yay!
Hey, Julie.
Olson's here. I'm about to tell a story. I had to fly up to Wisconsin for my training as an MT on my first MT job. She was my trainer. So every day, all of us from all around the country, there was a small group. We would meet in the training room, and she would bring amazing food because she had cooked it the night before.
Well, she's a real chef.
She's a real chef. And so one day she said she had cheesecake, and I thought, oh no, I don't like cheesecake. And I was one of those people. I thought I didn't like cheesecake, but I was not gonna hurt her feelings because by then I just loved her, and I could tell she was hilarious, and I loved training with her. And so I told her, I would take just a little sliver. Oh, that's the best thing I ever put in my mouth. So then I told her, I said, I don't even like cheesecake, and this is so good. It is phenomenal. And so I had to have the recipe, had to bring it home to this one, and he started making it special occasions only because it's a labor of love. But
They're asking what an MT is.
oh, I'm sorry, a medical transcriptionist. Yeah, that was
her job for 14 years, I think.
I started that in 2000 when my boys went to middle school and didn't need me as much, so I took a course at home, an 18-month course at home, and the first job I got, they flew me.
There's Julie.
She said, you're making me laugh out loud. It's true, but here's the cool thing.
Okay.
Oh, let me get them. Sorry, y'all.
Oddly enough,
Yeah.
today, of all days,
Julie's gonna love this.
we came across pictures that we took of Julie when she was here. There's Lindy and Trish with Julie in our living room.
See, that's when we had a fireplace
And
here.
Long time ago.
Julie kind of took on my youngest son, Chris, and made a chef out of him.
He
while she
loves
was here.
cooking.
She put the chef hat on him, made him do a pizza, but Julie just kind of came in and took over our kitchen, which was wonderful.
Oh, it was so great.
But
So cute.
I'm going to tell a funny story now
Okay.
about Julie. Julie got indoctrinated to fried bologna. She never had southern fried bologna in a skillet.
So she was cooking us all these fancy things.
She made all these fancy recipes, and we were eating good. And then I said, "Let's make some fried bologna sandwiches." And I think we kind of blew her away with that one.
She loved those and hush puppies. Oh my
And hush
goodness, we
puppies.
took her out for fried catfish and hush puppies, and she talked about hush puppies and fried bologna for a long time.
So that's the backstory on that. One other thing, I want to take one more minute and say hello to our good friend Opa, who is having surgery come next Wednesday on her shoulder. So let's lift her up in prayer that that goes well and her recovery is good. She's going to be without her right wing for a little while, so we're going to miss her around. Hopefully she's around, even though she's going to be kind of disabled. All right, so what do you say we get to this recipe? First of all, it is as Lindy said, a labor of love. It is a little bit of a work. It's very important that that the measurements, ingredients, and all are done exactly like the recipe follows, or that you follow that recipe completely. So to go over what we're going to need tonight, and let me just say this. Those of you that like cheesecake, you're going to be blown away. This cheesecake is out of this world because it has a crust on the top that's caramel and peanuts and not peanuts, pecans. But anyway, let's get to the ingredients. First of all, you're going to need a butter recipe cake mix. The recipe actually called for Pillsbury, but I couldn't find that, so Betty Crocker's going to have to do tonight. But any butter recipe, very, very moist recipe, you're going to need a half a cup of butter. For those of you, I know y'all are all cooks too, but a half a cup of butter is 1 stick. We're going to need 3 packages of, I've got them over here softening, cream cheese, 3 8-ounce packages. Set them out a little bit early, get prepared for this. Set them out a little bit early and let those soften up real soft. Same thing with the butter. A half a cup of sugar, 3 tablespoons of flour, and 1 teaspoon of rum extract. Now, Julie will probably kill me about this, but you can use vanilla or you can use rum extract. Either one. Either one makes it great. You'll need 3 eggs, and you're going to need the toffee, which is Heath bars.
Wait, I gotta address something.
Okay.
Penny, really no cream cheese? You knew it was cheesecake, right? And Elizabeth, I saw your comment, and yes, I'm a very lucky lady.
Penny, you're going to have to try it because it will change your mind. But anyway, the recipe calls for 4 of the Heath bars. As you can see, this package is a package of miniatures. So what I did was I went, a Heath bar weighs 1.2 ounces. So I just simply weighed 20 of these little guys. And that's what we got to put in there. Is 20 of these little miniatures in there. That is the right amount. Then there's a topping that goes on there that, again, we'll post this recipe, but the topping is a half a cup of brown sugar, 1 full cup of chopped pecans, and then you'll need some caramel ice cream topping. So,
y'all, if you notice in the comments, Julie Olsen's here to answer questions too, so she's kind of letting y'all know tips and tricks here along the way.
Yeah, it makes me a little nervous that she's here watching me, by the way.
No pressure for you.
Yeah, no pressure. No
Someone
pressure,
was
Julie.
asking salted butter or unsalted butter.
I use salted.
what
Julie,
Julie said.
that's a good question for Julie.
She answered it already.
What did she say?
She said salted.
There we go. I did the right
She
thing.
also-
That's one I did right, Julie.
She also said you can also buy the Heath bars already chopped up.
Okay, I didn't know that, but
Sarge is here.
I took my little Heath bars and beat the living fire out of them to get the crumbs, but those are ready to go. Okay, so here we go. Let's get started. We're going to start out with our wonderful KitchenAid. That's did a little gig there for KitchenAid, but we're going to start with the mixer. We're going to put in the cake mix, a full cake mix. And I'm going to have my lovely assistant, Lindy, help me with this.
Okay, what do I do?
You come here and just stand right here like this and just be beautiful like that.
I
right
can't do that. I'm sorry. That won't work.
All
Let's
right.
let y'all watch his beauty. How about that?
So, a full package of cake mix and that stick of soft butter. And we're going to let Mr. KitchenAid do the work there. I just dump that in there.
Pan size. Oh, way to go, Chef Tate.
Y'all didn't see that. Tell me y'all didn't see that.
What size? Do you know the size of the cake? The spring form.
The spring form, the recipe will work with either a 9 or 10 inch spring form. I have a 9-inch. That's what I use.
That's what Julie brought us
Up.
when she came.
So we're going to start this. Now we want to mix this kind of at a low speed, maybe like second speed, and we're going to let that run until it becomes crumbly.
Y'all, Trisha just pointed out that stars are really coming in. We appreciate that so much. Thank y'all. I'm going to go back afterwards and I will make sure to thank y'all properly, each one of you. We appreciate that. He might use the star money to buy more ingredients for his cooking
That's
show.
right. We'll buy stuff to cook with.
Or to print your cookbook, because everybody wants you to do a cookbook now.
Oh.
So.
Yeah.
I'll have to
Yeah.
ask Julie for her permission to include this.
Include that,
recipe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Y'all, this is going to be a real treat for you. Really, this cake is it's top of the line. We're going to wait for this to get a little bit crumbly.
Thank you, Marion. Thank you, Cynthia and Pat. Thanks for spreading the blessing, Mary. And tossing the taters, Sarah. Thank you.
All right, just takes a few minutes for that to get to the right consistency for us.
Okay,
Get your spring
Julie
form
says,
ready.
says you have permission to include it in the cookbook.
Julie, she's a sweetheart.
And Lynette, I'm going to let Julie answer that. Lynette, what if you don't have a spring form? I'm going to let Julie answer that.
Yeah, Julie, can you help us with that? Someone that does not have a spring form. I've just about got this where I want it to be, and here's Sarge. He says he would like some cheesecake.
I think I like cheesecake, Daddy.
He likes cheesecake. All right.
And after every time he pets the dog, he has to wash his hands. Yes, y'all.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. That's just about where we want it to be now.
Would you leave Trisha alone? He keeps making
All right.
Trish petty.
A very important step here. Get your spring form ready to go. What did Julie say about not having a spring form? Did
She said you need a spring form, no substitute. You can get one under $20.
Yeah, they're very inexpensive. They're made of aluminum. Want to get that ready to go. Now, an important step right here is, this is ready for us now, and I'm going to shut that off and get the excess ready to go. Would you come
I will
clean
be
this
happy
for
to.
me?
Yes.
A very important step is that you need to save 1/2 of a cup, no, I'm sorry, 1 cup of this crumb mixture for the topping. And that's what begins to make this such an exciting and wonderful recipe, is the topping that goes on this cheesecake.
Oh.
So I'm going to just set that aside. The rest of it we're going to put into the springform here.
Mary Martin is asking if she can see what the springform looks like.
Absolutely, yeah. Let's see if I can. I should have tried to show that. If I'd known that, I would have. I'll tell you what, let's do this. The springform is 2 pieces. It has a bottom that comes out. It's a little actual spring loaded piece. You put the bottom in. Hang on a minute and I'll get it like it's supposed to be. Right like that. And then you snap that together like that. And it just makes a little cake bowl. So we're going to, let me put this back in here. And follow me here now, because what you have to do is take this crumbly mix. Let me move this camera a little bit here. How's that? Can y'all see that now? And you kind of move this around, and you'll find that with the butter in there, it becomes kind of sticky. So you begin to work that crust up the side of the springform, up about 1.5 inches, up the side. There's plenty there. Don't worry, there's going to be plenty of crust there to be able to do this. And if you just begin to press it, it'll press right up the side.
Tiffany, you need catching up on, can you catch me up please on, tell me where, what? And Julie's in Madison, Wisconsin.
Madison, Wisconsin, yes.
Yeah.
All right, so we're just taking this cake and butter mixture, and you start pressing it against the side, up about 1.5 inches, because you need enough crust there to cover all of this cake.
I remember when I made it, that takes a long time to kind of pull that.
It takes a little bit of work, but if you just kind of keep working it around.
Yeah. Because I did make this a time or two before he did. Hey, Gail. Hey, Maureen.
Gail Chandler.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Gail.
After you mixed the butter, what did you do?
It's right now it is nothing but cake mix and butter, and then that goes in the springform and begins to make the crust for you.
Kind of show them what you're doing in there.
I'm going to try to get it kind of to that point where I can.
I need to go back behind.
Yeah, Tiffany Friend is asking how much mixture.
Well, you have to reserve 1 cup of this cake and butter mixture for your crust, your topping. The rest of it goes right in here. So let me see if I can show you here. Let me get the light on it. Where is it going to be best? Tricia, can you tell me if you see that?
Yes.
If you see, I have just kind of begun to press it up against the side. You don't want to get it too deep right in the corner of the springform. That would make the crust real thick there.
Do you grease the pan?
No, do not.
Okay.
Do not grease the pan. So, now once you get the side built up, you should have all you need to go on the bottom, and then you just begin pressing that down.
Did you cry too, Lisa? Because she made a lot of our eyes leak today, didn't she? Bless her sweet heart.
You'll be talking about our friend Opa.
Yes, her video. Y'all, if y'all haven't watched her video in our group, Taterbuggin Sweet Taterbugs, you need to go watch it.
Lynette, it's a butter cake mix.
It's butter, it's a moist butter cake mix. And like I said, the recipe, you'll get a copy of the recipe, and it's going to show Pillsbury. But like I said, I actually at our local Kroger store could not find Pillsbury. I just used Betty Crocker. Betty does all right. Okay, so we have a crust. I don't have enough light there, do I? But it's about 1.5 inches up the sides, and then covered the bottom and pat it down, kind of press it in. All right, so once that's done, that's good. At this point, I want you to go to the oven and set your oven to preheat for 325.
Gail, the front door's unlocked. If you can get past the 3 beasts, come on in.
All right, so be careful with your temperature now. It needs to be 325.
Jody's.
What?
Jody Tate wanted to know if you cleaned your hands.
No, I've been cleaning fish. All right, so we're going to preheat the oven at 325. Most ovens, when you hit the preheat button, is going to go to 350. So just drop it down, 325, and then we're going to go back to the same bowl that we used in our mixer here.
Here it is, Betty. It's this. We're backwards. So butter recipe. Julie said, make sure it's the butter recipe.
Yeah, butter.
Butter recipe yellow.
And you have to look for that, because that's a little hard to find. All right.
Julie said any brand will do as long as it's butter recipe. So.
Yeah, and I did find the moist butter recipe, so that makes it a little bit better, I think. All right, so we're going to start with making our filling. To do that, we are going to need 3 8-ounce packages of cream cheese, softened. I need my assistant.
Oh, sorry. What may I do for you? I will dispose of these. Andy got a phone call.
And I got a call. That's going to be a spam, I'm sure. Oh. Answer that, okay? Sorry.
Hey.
And all right, so 3 packages, 3 8-ounce packages of cream cheese softened. We're gonna put our mixture back together here, and we're gonna start it at a very low speed and let that start.
Thank you, Penny, and everybody who's tossed the taters tonight.
That's right, thank you. All right, so now we got the cream cheese in there. We're gonna add a 1/2 cup of just pure sugar. That's gonna go right in there. We're gonna add the 3 tablespoons of flour into this mixture. And we're gonna go ahead and add our rum extract.
Can I interrupt the chef for just a second?
Yes.
There's a big crate at the dealership. He wants a crate that the parts came in. Do you want the wood?
Yes. Someone offering some wood for me to work with. All right, so remember you can use rum extract or you can use vanilla extract. We're going to run that, and I could use your help over here.
Okay.
While this is working, it's going to get all kind of messed up. We got to get it to a point where it's softened.
Don't let it get messed up.
Esther is asking plain or self-rising flour.
I'm gonna let Julie answer that. Do you know?
I use self-rising, but Julie can answer the
You
question.
didn't use all purpose? I thought we had.
Yeah, it's all purpose.
All
I'm sorry,
purpose.
that's what it is. All purpose. All right,
Melanie,
you tell me.
yes, I'm just here for the cheesecake.
And we put her to work. She's our special guest, and we put her to work. I was
teasing.
hoping I could get her to be the sous chef, because it's not easy being his sous chef.
So so we're just going to let that mix together. Hold that for me.
Got it.
After that's mixed a little bit, we're going to add 3 eggs.
Jody, did you see that? I caught it before you threw it in the disposal.
Oh, somebody wants to know what you bought.
What?
What you bought, the crate, what you bought.
Oh, he didn't buy it.
Oh, actually, no, that's some people at where I used to work. They've got a big part, probably an engine or something like that, in a big crate. And they usually call me and let me know that.
Because y'all know we use reclaimed wood. Oh. So he'll be, I got it.
Okay, so this is mixing up now.
Ah, Sarge.
Down.
He was booping her water glass and it was going to fall over.
Let's keep that mixed up real good if you can. Hey, Sarge. I just touched the dog again.
Yeah. Quit touching the dog, Tate.
Julie Olson said, make sure your eggs are room temperature since you warmed your cream cheese already, and if you add cold eggs, it will harden the cream cheese.
Oh. And actually, yes, thank you, Julie. I had those sitting out for about an hour now.
Oops. I'm doing this backwards, y'all. Sorry.
You can get that off there. Make sure it dig way down in there.
Okay.
Against the bottom.
And Tiffany Friend is asking how much extract?
How much extra? 1 teaspoon of the vanilla or rum, whichever you're using. That's good, right? Let's mix it a little bit more.
All right.
We're going to mix that just a little bit more. I'm going to speed it up just a little bit and let it mix real good. All right, now we're going to add into our mixture, we're going to add 1 cup of crushed pecans, chopped pecans.
Oh, yum.
Yum. Penny Williams said she can't craft, but she can cook.
Ooh, cooking is a craft.
Who said that?
Penny
Penny
Williams.
Williams.
Yeah, Penny, it's a craft.
It's a craft. A craft that I am not very good at either.
All right, this is just about mixed really good. I'll take that back.
Trisha's I've told y'all what a good cook she is too. She ought to be over here.
So we're going to this is our filling. It's all ready to go. It's nice, rich, and fattening. If you look at this, where am I? There. If you look at this filling, it adds about 3 pounds.
If you're female, it adds about 8.
Yeah, exactly. Deborah, it's N-E-M-E-R-G-U-T?
Yes, I
Okay,
she's actually.
Yeah, she said hi. She's coming in late, but she's going to watch the replay.
Oh,
and Opa said, leave the light on. I'll be there by morning.
Come on, Opa.
Come on, Opa. The door's open. You're going to have to beat Gail here, though, I think. Sounds like to me. All right, so this is all mixed up.
Here, can you...
Julie said, don't forget the Heath bars.
Oh, hold it. Heath bars.
Oh.
Oh, thank you, Julie.
Julie saved the day.
Save the day.
Save the Heath bars. Oh, yeah, we don't. Oh, that's so good. The Heath bars in there.
All right. Thank you, Julie. All right, let me get this back down in the bowl here. And we'll add the Heath bars. All right, we're going to let that all mix up.
Oh, no, does that go on top?
They go on top.
You're going to have to tell them what you did.
Yeah. Julie, I made a mistake. I put the pecans and the candy bars in there. Well, it's going to be good one way or the other.
Yes, it will.
I'll just have to get some more pecans out. Pecans go in the topping.
That might make it better.
Yeah.
What?
That might make it better having pecans in and on top.
Yeah, well,
Who doesn't love a pecan, right?
that's right. But anyway, it's got pecans and candy bars inside it, so.
See, even he can make a few mistakes sometimes.
What?
Yeah. I'm human.
It's we all call it live brain. You know, when you go live and that camera comes on, your brain just kind of leaves you.
Well, Julie's going to disown me for doing that.
Yes, we did the eggs, Tiffany, and Julie said that they need to be room temperature. So, Julie said it works for her, putting the pecans in and on top.
Yeah,
Okay.
more.
All right, so the filling is now ready to go into the spring form. So it's just simple as this. Pour it in there.
Pete's right below it, waiting in case any of it drops.
That's right.
He knows.
He knows. Margaret Turner said it might be the best mistake ever.
It might be. I don't know how it could be wrong.
Can't be wrong. All right, so we're just carefully putting the filling into this crust that we made, and then I'm just gonna kind of work it around till where it
Oh, that's pretty.
goes out and touches against that pie crust that we pushed up against the edge of the spring form. And I'll show you this in just a minute. And if I can keep my wife from sticking her face in it,
I want to just go smash my face right in that.
Oh, that's good.
all right. So this part is really not the hard part.
Do you need me to wash that bowl?
Opa said, Lord help me, I gotta make it.
Yeah.
All right,
Opa, I know you could do it good too. She is a cook.
there's our cheesecake. So now we're going to make, yeah, you can wash this.
Melanie
Rinse it
Davidson
out
said
a bit.
he's turning it into udern cheesecake.
Who said that?
Melanie.
Oh.
Udern cheesecake.
All right, we need for the topping, we need a small bowl. And if you remember, you had a cup of the crumb mixture that you saved. We're going to put that in there. We're going to put half a cup, it is, of firmly packed brown sugar. And I'm taking it they mean just really put it in there and make sure you got at least a half a cup. So that goes in there. And then we're going to have to reach back, since we messed up with the pecans, and we're going to put pecans in there. And then we're going to mix that all up. And you make sure you mix up the cake mixture, this brown sugar, the pecans. Get that all mixed up real good.
Are you gonna need this bowl again?
No.
Okay.
Everybody, I'm sorry.
I believe the word is combine.
What were you saying, Trish?
Everybody's saying lick the beaters.
Oh, I
Lick the
should have. I should have. What's wrong with me?
It has raw eggs in it.
Oh, that's right.
But you can still do it. I mean, raw eggs ain't gonna hurt you.
And any of those things that we mentioned last week in his cooking live, you know, the salt and pepper stuff and those things, they're all on our Amazon link now. And it's pinned to the top of our Facebook page, yeah.
And y'all, thank you for all the stars tonight.
Oh, thank you so much, yes.
Okay, so we have made us a pie crust. We have made the filling. The filling is in the pie. What we're going to do now is take this cake mixture that's the topping. This is what really makes this a special recipe. This is a cheesecake with a cake and sugar topping on it. So you just take this and sprinkle it over the top. evenly. That's got the pecans in it. got a little cake mix in it. Try to get it on there evenly as you can.
Elizabeth Beloy says, does the cheesecake go in the fridge?
It does after it's baked. Yes, it does. This has to be baked because it has a cake mix in it. That's why we preheated our stove, oven, that heater thing.
The cooking machine.
All right, so I'm just going to kind of smooth that out now.
I'm drooling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's some good stuff right there.
And Julie Olson had asked earlier, did you make one already? A pre-made one?
You know, that's
Julie, have you watched this show before? Come on now.
Julie, don't give it away. Because how long does this right here have to cook? 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, what are we going to do for an hour and 20 minutes while it cooks?
Now, if you could just feel the weight of this, you would know how much this is going to add to your belt line. So, all right. So I have the crumb mixture is all smoothly put on the top of this cheesecake. We are going to, our oven is preheated. We're going to put this in the oven. We're going to bake it for 1 hour.
Verla Ann Kirkaby says, does it hurt to put cinnamon in the cake mix?
I guess that would be certainly just a matter of personal choice. I would say, why not, you know? It's like putting a lot of pecans in there. It doesn't hurt. So we're going to cook this now for 1 hour. After you cook it for an hour, you're going to take aluminum foil and cover that. Take it out, cover it with aluminum foil, put it back in there, cook it at the same temperature for another 20 minutes. After you've done that hour and 20 minutes, you take it out and you set it on the stove, and you take just some good old ice cream caramel topping and you drizzle it all over the top of this cake. Put it back in the oven for about 5 minutes, and that sets the caramel. That just kind of sets it on that topping, that crust topping that we made.
Karen, we did post the ingredients yesterday, but I'm going to post this recipe again either tonight or first thing tomorrow.
Well, we'll post the entire recipe so that you have all the instructions, because it's, again, that labor of love requires that you follow very specific instructions to make it come out right. This baking part is very important. 1 hour in, after it comes out in an hour, you set it on the stove, cover it with aluminum foil, put it back in the stove for another 20 minutes. And the reason you do that, you don't want that topping to get too brown, too hard, too crusty. Then you take it out again, put the caramel on it, put it back in for 5 minutes. It's just a few minutes. Just kind of let that caramel set. And then after you take it out, after that 5 minutes, take it out and let it sit. Just sit on a cooling rack for 30 minutes. Let it cool, and then take a knife and just run around the edge just to kind of get it away from the spring form so that it doesn't stick to that. And then after that, you need to let it cool entirely. I usually let them sit for an hour or two on a cooling rack, and then put it in the refrigerator. You need to let it sit for 4 or 5 hours in the refrigerator or overnight, whichever works for you best. And then take it out and cut it and enjoy it. So here's the trick. This is what the cheesecake comes out looking like. Julie, grade me. Grade me, Julie. This has been in the refrigerator overnight. And we're about to cut this and see what it looks like.
Belle Johnson wants to know if it needs a water bath.
No, I don't. You need to just let it cool on its own, because I think you can cool it too quickly. Julie, back me up on that. What do you say?
My teeth hurt.
All right, so
Oh,
let me
Julie
get
says I think it's a keeper, like you.
let me get some of this stuff out of the way here.
That's sweet, Julie.
Julie said it looked all right.
Yeah, she said I think it's a keeper, like you.
Good. All right. I believe we need to plate this. That's what I believe.
Opal wants coffee with hers.
Ooh,
We'll put a pot on. Come on, Opa.
Julie mentions in the recipe, and you'll see it because I'll just take a picture of her recipe, that if you have some caramel topping left, you can drizzle it on the plate and then put the cheesecake, the piece of cheesecake.
I'll show them that trick.
Oh, sorry.
I'll show them that trick, Julie. I'm with you, babe. Here we go. Take your plate, and if you want to just really make,
Oh, gosh,
Presentation.
wow.
if you want to make the presentation as it should be, you would drizzle
Oh, my
a little
goodness. That
caramel.
looks so good. Oh,
like that.
yum.
Now let's see what this.
Oh,
This
my
is a
word.
surprise. I don't know.
Ooh,
That is a
wee.
huge piece of cheesecake.
Oh my goodness gracious.
This is
that
going to
looks
be
so
for the cook.
good.
I want you to know.
Yeah, that'll be the cooks. 'Cause Lord.
But there it is. And you see you've
Beautiful.
got Heath bars all through that. You've got a topping on the top with caramel. You've got pecans there. And
Go ahead.
Brenda Graves wants to know what you're going to do with 2 cheesecakes.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat them. No. We have already talked about that. We're going to have to share that with the family. Now let's see if it's any good.
Say it.
Oh, darn. That is, Julie, you're a magician. That's wonderful. All right.
Can you freeze it? That was another question.
I don't see why not. You can freeze any other cheesecake.
Karen Tesser Weinberg said, "Get in my belly."
I mean,
My burger. Oh, I bet that makes it extra good, Bev.
what's that?
Ooh, darn, and a foot
Foot
stomp.
stomp.
Yeah, that's what he did.
And a foot stomp.
You get a foot stomp. Yeah, Penny said, were you dancing a jig there, Gerald? It was that good.
Betty Sargent said there shouldn't be any left to freeze.
There should not be. I'm going to say something. After you taste this cheesecake, there may not be any to freeze.
I got my parents next door are gonna get some. My aunt and uncle who love cheesecake are gonna get some. Trish is gonna get some to take home.
I am, yay.
So Carolyn and her mama are gonna have some too. So yeah, this can't stick around here.
All right, so I need another opinion.
Trish.
Trisha,
Oh my goodness.
Lindy,
Oh my
but you're going to have to do it on camera.
Well, I was gonna make Trish do it on camera.
Oh, come around here, Trish.
Okay.
Come on, let's all eat together.
Me and my braces are going to eat some cheesecake.
Okay. Y'all, look
I'll
at
get
this.
over
Come here, Trish.
Do we have to
Squeeze
squeeze?
in here.
Are
Here we go.
squeezing?
All right, they're actually going to eat this, so
We might.
Oh.
1, 2, 3. What do you say?
Shut up.
I'm going to die. Oh my gosh.
That is the best cheesecake you'll ever put in your mouth.
Oh, y'all.
I haven't had one of these in so long.
Y'all have to make this. Oh my word.
Even Penny, who doesn't like cheesecake.
No, Penny loves cheesecake. She just didn't get the cream cheese ahead
Oh
of
my
time.
goodness, this is
I mean, y'all your bite.
like a restaurant.
Well, that's,
I mean, oh my
that's
word.
what Julie used to do. Julie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh gosh. Y'all, let me tell you this while I'm in front of the camera. You see this jewelry? You know who made it? That lady right over there, and my earrings. But I'm saying that to tell you, our store's launching this weekend. Follow Trish Thomas Love and Life on Facebook.
With cheesecake.
With cheesecake. She's loving life even more right now.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
So you'll see her post when her online shop goes live. It's gonna be fun.
All right. So, Tiffany, were you cooking along with me? I want to know how yours is doing. Is it in the oven? Julio's. Nobody
so
spit it out. Yay! Yay!
Oh, it's so good.
Nobody spit it out.
Y'all, it's amazing.
All right, so I'll have a second one out here in about 50 minutes. It'll have to go through the cooling process. I hope everybody tries this recipe. It's a little bit of work. The prep work is not bad, but the timing is very important. How you cook it, how long you cook it, how you treat it when it comes out. Just make sure that you cook it all the way through in that full hour and 20 minutes with the process as Julie has outlined in her recipe here.
You have to, when you eat the first bite, you have to say, "Ooh, darn."
Who darn.
Or stomp your foot.
Who was it said that?
You did it, and Penny pointed it out.
Oh, oh darn. All right. Well, I suppose this episode is over.
Thank y'all. I'll see you Sunday at 4.
I thank everybody for following us. Visit our shop. Lindy, the shop is?
Taterbuggin.myshopify.com. I bet you Oprah or Betty have already.
Probably have put it on there somewhere. Betty, if you're still with us, if you pop that up there again for us just real quick.
But that's so
And the girls are, I think they're...
I can't quit eating.
All right. Thanks for joining me, Cooking with Mr. Taterbuggin, and see Lindy Sunday.
Are you cooking next week? We want to
And
know.
we'll be on next week. I've got to come up with something to cook
How do you
next week.
top this, man?
Yeah. Well, that's dessert. All right. Thanks again. We're gonna go. Y'all have a good evening. Let me know how your recipe comes, how your cooking comes out. Thank you very much. We love you all.
Thank you, Dana.
Thank you, Julie,
Bye,
for sticking
y'all.
with us here. Good night.